just from how Sharon comports himself up here, I would bet money his wife is happy because she would have to be to stay married to him. Like because of how unique he is compared to other men.
Everybody want to fight Sharon though.
What?
Everybody want to fight Sharon.
Yeah, that's his wife don't. His wife don't. His neighbors don't. His friends don't. So like, you can't really say he's wrong because shit works for him. But now, if I acted like that in my day to day, and like, listen, you know how that shit would go. It wouldn't work because of the environment and proximity that we have here. But we can't tell the man is wrong because this shit's working. Not trying to be funny. Sharon smiles more than everybody on this panel put together.
Right. There's a difference between tone and volume. And I think we're mixing up those two things, but they do play on each other. Because when you raise your voice, that's what people is going to react to in the moment. Your tone in which what they say, that's what they're going to remember after the moment is over, right? So volume is the reaction, and that's what people hear first. They can't even get past what you're trying to say when the volume is at a certain decibel, because now they're interpreting it as being yelled at, getting in trouble, being disrespected. So you can't hear anything after that. But the tone is, because you can have a low decibel and say something in a tone that still cuts you deep. So the volume plays on what's being said because you hear the volume first. But both of those need to be in check. Nobody should be yelling at anyone, nor should anybody be speaking to anybody in a disrespectful tone. It is what you say.
I had a quick question before.
It is what you say and how you
say
it. All of those things play together in having a respectful
y'all got it all wrong. That's his relationship.
Quick question.
What works for him?
No, I'm just saying
people
in general.
Okay.
I just wanted to know, is it a consensus here, ladies, as far as everyone emphatically disagrees with Sharon's communication style, or no?
Yes.
Ladies. Okay, so if the ladies
I disagree, because
don't
be yelling at me.
Okay, everybody seems to disagree. So Sharon, let me ask you: if
I don't
the ladies
disagree with it. I'm sorry,
pretty much, if the ladies disagree with your style of communication, do you think that they're all wrong, or could it be that you are not as an effective a communicator as you believe?
Oh, I can't. Yeah, let me answer that.
I think what they not understanding that I'm not in a relationship with any of them. I don't know them. So if me and Toya was in a relationship, I would have checked it a long time ago. Don't be using your finger telling me to watch my tone. And we would have never ever had to go into this conversation because she'd know me and I know her. She'd say, "Hey babe, look, when you scream and yell, it doesn't matter what, I get toned out, right?" So I would have an understanding. We would have an understanding. No matter who I'm with, I will have an understanding because I'm going to communicate with them. So I'm going to communicate with my personal woman, and we are going to work things out. But while I'm on this panel, I don't have to watch my tone because I don't know you. But I'm telling you now, as we build together, don't tell me to watch my tone. You don't have the authority to tell me to watch my tone. And especially when I'm holding a standard that tone don't matter, what you say matters, right? So don't tell me, I'm gonna communicate one last time. Don't tell me to watch my tone when my standard is your tone don't matter. It's about what you are saying and communicating to me matters. So when you're condescending to me, that is disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful.
So Sharon, earlier you were answering the question.
And you yelling at me. So disrespectful.
So Sharon, earlier you were answering the question that tone doesn't
you unless you sign up for a relationship where you don't like.
Hold on, Darwin.
Y'all wouldn't date him.
Hold on.
Earlier you were answering the question that does tone matter in your personal relationship, or were you answering the question that does tone matter in relationships?
Facts. That's where I was going.
Which question were you answering earlier?
Thank you. That's the right question, Mark.
Go ahead, Willie.
I pointed that out, but they ignored it.
You're gonna answer that, Sharon, and then I'm gonna let Willie go right after that.
I asked you that already, Sharon, remember?
Yeah, I answered that. I pay attention to the actual words. It doesn't matter if it's my kid, my wife, a boss at work, I don't give a damn about your tone. What are you communicating to me so I could solve the problem?
But you just said that. You just said that to these ladies, I'm not in a relationship with you individual, so it doesn't matter, right? But we were talking about in general.
Okay, so let me clear that up. So I don't know where the confusion at. So me and whoever's communicating, I don't care about your tone. That's why I do not jump up and scream and yell and be angry.
But what if most people care about yours? Do you think most people care about yours?
What I'm saying is that I care about what you are actually communicating to me. So even if you're screaming and yelling at me, I do not take that personal. That means that you are angry in the moment. That is all. I'm not going to hold you to that one emotion that you had within that one conversation. Say that is you. We go through different emotions in life. We in 20 minutes, we might all be laughing again. And I'm going to forget that we had this whole back and forth about me screaming and yelling, because it don't actually matter. That was just a moment.
Do you think most people care about your tone to them?
Do most people care about my tone in real life? No, most people do not care about my tone in real life.
So mistaken. If I said how do you feel right now? Right? That means something, right? But if I also said how you feel right now? Right? What did I just say? Two different things? The first one, I asked a genuine question. The second one, I let you know that I'm frustrated. I really don't care what you have to say, but I know I gotta ask it. That's all of the things that I said the second time I said it. And I'm pretty sure most people can understand exactly what I was saying the second time.
Well, I think where I can completely understand what Sharon is saying. But in practicality, it's I can understand what he's saying, but in real day-to-day interaction with people, that's not going to fly. And that's part of having emotional intelligence or good communication skills, is the fact that you adjust based on who you're speaking to. So like he's saying, him and his wife, they have their own thing going on. He knows her, he has a relationship with her, and they communicate in a way that works for them. That's a private relationship, right? So they that's that nuance. They already know each other.
Yeah,
but
it wouldn't work
communicating with strangers, and you come off automatically with I said, and what they have no idea who I am. I don't know them. They don't know me. And so the person on the receiving end is going to react to that. And that reaction may not work out in your favor, because depending on where you're at, no matter what, that is disrespectful. Like Willie was saying, nobody is going to be yelling at him. He don't care who it is and in what context, because he's not going to address other people like that. And I think most people on a day-to-day basis, especially strangers who don't know each other, they don't communicate like that.
Yeah, you're right, Sharon. It's common courtesy.
It's mistaken. A society, we know that you're not supposed to yell at somebody when you talk to them. That's a societal fucking norm. And it's like people get on these panels and want to be individual, or they want to be so unique that, well, I'm different because I don't care if you yell at me, or well, I can say whatever I want to the people, because that shit is stupid.
Well,
it's common fucking sense. You're not gonna walk up to someone that you have no relationship with and just start yelling at them, because again, it's common courtesy to not do that. But we also can't tell Sharon he's wrong, because the shit works for him. Like it works for him in his relationships with people. It works with him in his day-to-day. So it works for him. So we can't tell the man that he's wrong. How in the same way he can't tell y'all that y'all are wrong, because what he's doing is not working with y'all. It's not working in his day-to-day. It's not comprised of y'all. His romantic interest does not look like y'all. Like, so it works for him, and we can't tell him that he's wrong. Because literally, he's proven that it works for him.
Back and forth with
it. To be fair, Sharon is the only one that's up here that's married. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Sharon is the only person up here that is married to someone that I would say is happy. That if I had to bet, that I could be like they are happy. And because getting married, the married shit is not hard. It's saying, Darwin, you don't count because I know you personally. But for the rest of y'all, just from how Sharon comports himself up here, I would bet money his wife is happy because she would have to be to stay married to him. Like because of how unique he is compared to other men.
Everybody want to fight Sharon though.
What?
Everybody want to fight Sharon.
Yeah, that's his wife don't. His wife don't. His neighbors don't. His friends don't. So like, you can't really say he's wrong because shit works for him. But now, if I acted like that in my day to day, and like, listen, you know how that shit would go. It wouldn't work because of the environment and proximity that we have here. So we can't tell the man is wrong because this shit's working. Not trying to be funny. Sharon smiles more than everybody on this panel put together. Like, clearly, I'm not trying to, again, no disrespect. The nigga must be happy. Like, at a minimum, he's got to be happy. And his wife has got to be happy. Because, again, no man is happy if their wife not.
Willie, you know some people thrive in chaos. You know?
Nigga, I'm one of them. Yes.
And Sharon like to fight.
That's the thing. Sharon don't like to fight. Sharon like to argue. Sharon likes him saying to debate things. And the problem they're saying that y'all have is y'all trying to debate this nigga's opinions. As if you can corner him down on having him be right or wrong, and you can't. Opinions are not subject to right or wrong, true or false. It's his opinion. If that motherfucker told you that 4 + 4 is 30, and he says, well, that's my opinion, cool, we know it's a stupid ass opinion and he's fucking retarded. But guess what? We can't tell him he's wrong because it's his opinion.
But you can get him to contradict himself.
Well, of course, but again, at the end of the day, who cares? Like, what does contradicting do for us? Nothing. Like, contradicting Sharon doesn't do anything. It doesn't help us gain any type of intellectual ground. All we're doing is get him to contradict himself about his opinions. And if he was smart, he would just be like, well, hey, that's my opinion. I understand how it may not apply everywhere, but in my regular day-to-day, that's what I would do. But he ain't said that to y'all yet. So y'all keep trying to get
on that. If he said that, we want to push back on it.
Exactly. He's not saying it because he likes the conversation. But like, y'all trying to pin this man down and put him in a casket based off his opinion, you'll never get him.
He was wrong when he said most people don't care about tone. I think he can backpedal and yield to that.
I think he was talking about in his day to day, and like the people that are around probably don't care about it. I don't think there's nothing from the backpedal. If he's talking about
the question was phrased in general, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, now if he's talking about us, we definitely care about tone because you can't yell at me. Like, I know niggas can't yell at Mont. You just can't do it without suffering some sort of repercussion, regardless of what that is. It's going to be a consequence of you doing that. So if he said, generally speaking, talking about all of us, then yeah, he's wrong. I've got a feeling everything he's talking about is personal to him and his proximity and his people. And
I think that's where the conversation got confused because that wasn't being said. And if you're going to really be genuine about a conversation, you got to kind of say, hey, look, in my opinion, or based on my experience or in my household. But just to go out and say that in general, that's where you got the women up in arms and trying to push back.